Hello coders, in this video I am going to discuss about computer languages. So just like when we need to communicate with each other, we use a communication media, that is a language. So we use basically English language or our mother tongue in order to communicate with each other. In the same way, if you need to communicate with the computer system, then you have to know computer language. And as you all know that computer understands only one language, that is binary language. So let's understand in more detail what is computer language. So in order to write a program for a computer, we must use a computer language. So our computer understands only one language, that is machine language. So the instructions that are written in zeros and ones is only the language which is understood by our computer system. Now there is a problem in this. Writing programs in zeros and ones is very difficult, right? So that is why we need to upgrade ourselves. So that's why the computer languages have evolved from machine language to something called symbolic language or assembly language. So assembly language uses mnemonics actually to represent the machine language instructions. So in order to represent the machine language instructions, mnemonics are used. So because symbols are used in this language, that's why the name symbolic language, that's why this language is also called as the symbolic language. Now there is a special program called assembler. So what does the assembler does? It converts the symbolic code, it converts your symbolic code into the machine language, your machine instructions which your computer can understand. So because symbolic languages have to be assembled into the machine language, that's why this language is also known as the assembly language, because your symbolic languages have to be assembled into the machine language. Now this is the timeline, right? From 1940 till today's date, definitely our computers understands only machine language, but in the during the timeline of 1940 to 1950, programmers used only binary language in order to write computer programs. Then the next shift came for assembly language, and people started using assembly language because it made the life of the programmer slightly easier. And then we shifted towards the high level language, because programming in assembly language is also not so easy. That's why a next shift came, and from the era of 1960, people started using high level languages. Now this concept of assembly language was given by a mathematician during 1950s, Grace Hopper. She only gave the concept that we will represent the mnemonics, we will represent machine language with the help of mnemonics. So if you see, this is the mathematician who gave this concept of assembly language codes, and we have the assembler to convert the assembly language code into machine language. So the next shift came, that is your high level language. So to conclude the assembly language, symbolic language uses mnemonic symbols to represent machine language instructions. Let's say if you want to give instruction, let's say add. So by reading the word add, any human being can understand very easily that it is instruction for adding two numbers or adding n numbers. So for that add, we can use a binary code, let's say 1001, randomly I'm saying. So this is how your mnemonic codes are converted into your machine language instructions with the help of your assembler. Now the next point is your high level language. So what is high level language? As you can understand this high level, right? This is a language which is very user friendly. That means programmers find it very easy to read and understand. So although your symbolic languages were present, but that were not very efficient. So in order to make it efficient, okay, to make the work of the programmers efficient, we developed something called high level languages. So what is the use of high level language? They are very much portable to many different computers. It allows the programmer to concentrate on the application development, right? But if you use assembly language, then you need to concentrate on the hardware, okay? So you need to concentrate on the hardware too much. So in order to avoid that part only, high level languages were developed. Now we went one more step backward actually. So there is a gap between high level language and machine language. Computer understands machine language directly, and if you can write the instructions in machine language, that will be the fastest program. But it's very tedious to write programs in machine language. That's why the concept of high level languages were introduced. So high level languages are designed to relieve the programmer from the details of the assembly language, because assembly language is very specific to different architectures. That's why assembly language is not very easy for everyone, right? So that's why we needed this high level language. So with the help of high level language, we can write the program in English like language, and then they can be converted into machine language with the help of some translator called compiler. And the process of converting the high level language into machine language is called compilation. This is a very important term that you should know. So the first widely used high level programming language was Fortran, formula translation. Okay, it was developed by your John Backus and an IBM team in 1957. So this is the first programming language, and one more is your Fortran. Okay, Fortran I told you already. Then we have COBOL, Common Business Oriented Language, then Pascal, and there are many other high level programming languages. So in this course we will focus on C++. So today it is one of the most popular language, and it has lots of powerful concepts as well. So we will be focusing on C++ language. So I hope that the concept of computer language is very clear to you. You understood, and you can appreciate the difference between machine language, assembly language, as well as your what is called your high level language, right? So thank you for watching.